You're listening to Alaska Real Estate. I'm Chris Story, your host for great adventures in real estate. What do Mark Korting, Joni Schneider, Don McKenzie, and Jim McCall have in common? Stay tuned and you'll find out. Also, we'll hear from Alaska Association of Realtors President Helen Jarrett on the recent S&P downgrade. If it happens to real estate, it matters to you.
Alaska, this is Bea Tasserly from Alaska USA Title Agency. I'm a new escrow officer here in Juneau, providing you with great customer service, and we have an awesome team here in Juneau. We have our senior experienced escrow officer, Jenny Kirshner, our escrow assistant, Erica Vihar, and Juneau's very own title officer, Jeffrey Vogel. We're located here in the Valley, right across from the Moose Lodge. If you have any questions regarding escrow or title services, please call Alaska USA Title Agency at 907-796-1221 today. We service all lenders, so tell your loan officer that you choose Alaska USA Title Agency.
Convention 2011's just around the corner. Here are 4 people that want to see you in Homer.
This is Mark Korting with RE/MAX Properties, RE/MAX of Alaska.
Why do you go to convention, Mark, and why should others?
Well, there's probably 3 or 4 reasons, but for us, one, it's fun because we have a good time and see old friends that we don't get a chance to see too often, so that's probably number one socially. The second business is it's all about referrals, and referrals, real estate referrals, client referrals happen. If you know people around the state, it's much easier to work with someone that you know and like and respect. Probably the third one is education. Can't ever learn too much. So there's always good education there. It's speakers from outside, some of the best in the country. Pretty hard to beat that. And just the overall price, there's just no way in the world you'd be able to get that for the same price. Technology nowadays is changing so rapidly that you need to be there to keep up. I'm not a believer in being on the bleeding edge of technology, but certainly at least to be out there and knowing what communication methods and tools are available today. We always kind of mentally say, what tip can I pick up that will make me a little more successful or give me more time off or let me make a little more money? And then once that, and you make a mental note of that, and once that has happened, you say, hey, the trip is all paid for. Convention's all paid for. The rest is money ahead.
I am Joni Schneider. I am the broker-owner of Heartland Realty in Fairbanks, Alaska, and president-elect of the Alaska Association of Realtors, and proud to serve.
You come a long ways to go to convention every year.
I just think that any time you go to convention, it's just awesome because it's like you network. You meet the other people that are doing the same thing that you're doing in the state. So we in Fairbanks have a pretty good-sized number that are going to come to Homer because Homer's such a fun place to be anyway. And if you've never been to one before, start now because it's like you get good ideas, and especially when you're kind of in the times of adversity and that kind of thing, you get good pointers and positive feedback, and because you don't want to be around people who bring you down. So this will bring you up.
I'm McKenzie. I've worked for a number of years as an associate broker at RE/MAX Properties in Anchorage. And of course, prior to that, I ran Wayne Agency in Eagle River for years. I've been a member of the state board probably for 18 years.
Why would you encourage somebody to come to the Alaska Association of Realtors Convention?
Oh, there are a number of reasons, Chris. I've been going probably for 20 years. I don't think I've missed one. It gets better every time you go. After a while, you develop friendships with all the leadership and realtors in other areas, like you and the other Homer realtors that we know. And so that's the fun part. And then there's the education and knowledge part. At the convention, you'll get speakers and presentations that you don't get every day in your local board. I have found that almost every convention I've gone to, I end up sometime during the following year with a referral from someone out of my area that pays for my whole convention. To me, it's just a fascinating thing. And I need to tell you that the Alaska Association, I think, is nationwide is one of the better ones. I don't think that there are many industries that have an association that does as much for the members as the realtors do.
My name is Jim McCall, and I'm the Officer of Housing Relations for HFC.
What would you say, Jim, to somebody who is thinking about attending convention? Why should they come to Homer this year?
Well, Chris, to me, it's the single easiest way I have found without question, to network around the state with real estate licensees, other affiliates who work closely with many aspects of the industry, obviously, including Alaska housing. In addition to that, it's an excellent opportunity to learn about market activity or trends, good or bad, issues impacting the industry, legislative items, RPAC efforts, and so much more.
Is there anything in particular you're looking forward to with this convention?
Well, I think that my experience has been it's a great opportunity to hear from speakers on a wide array of topics, many times from a national perspective, which allows all of us to gain new understandings and develop business ideas. Those offerings are always interesting, provide information on current issues affecting the industry. Even though you don't necessarily write earnest money contracts, you're certainly impacted by it. I think the trade show is always fun. It's a great opportunity to network. And it's a great opportunity for you folks to tell us what is working or not working. And then I think probably my last comment would be it's just a relaxed environment, no matter where we meet, to connect with old friends, make new ones, basically all in effort working together for the benefit of Alaskans and pursuing the Alaskan dream.
Register right now at alaskarealtors.com. Today's podcast brought to you in part by Alaska USA Mortgage Company, a name you know and people you trust, like this guy.
Hi, this is Paul Hansmeyer with Alaska USA Mortgage. I want to share with all you out there that you can have financing from 1 unit to 101 unit. Interest rates are super low still, lots of money available. As far as the 5 units and up, there is no loan limit. There is no property limit. 30-year fixed terms or 15-year fixed terms are available.
Visit them online at alaskausamortgage.com. Please welcome your president.
Helen Jarrett, and I am the president of the Alaska Association of Realtors, and I'm with RE/MAX Properties here in Anchorage, Alaska. Personally, I found last weekend pretty exciting after they announced downgrade, because I was reading everything I could and was anticipating interest rates to go up, so I was quite nervous. Lawrence Yoon, he's the chief economist for National Association of Realtors, and he came out on Monday and explained to us exactly what happened. His understanding of, or explanation of what happened, is that because our debt ceiling issue was so openly, the international bond buyers and investors took a look around and still believed in the United States Treasuries. So they went ahead and just started buying Treasuries. And then, as we all saw, the stock market is what was hurt instead. And he just feels that we're going to remain that way. And so he does not see any future interest rate increase. We'll caveat that without some major event outside happening in the near future. And then, of course, the Federal Reserve, Ben Bernanke, came out the other day and said he would not raise interest rates for 2 years. Now, that doesn't impact housing direct, other than if you have an adjustable rate mortgage. Those people, they'll benefit from that, because that means the interest rates are not going up for 2 years. But on the 30-year mortgage, he believes that we'll just kind of coast along about where we are. So I found that very reassuring.
And we've got Alaska Housing Finance Corporation.
Exactly. For those of us that were in the business back in the early 80s, Alaska Housing was what saved the housing market then, when interest rates jumped up to 18%.
For all of us at Alaska Real Estate, I'm Chris Story, saying so long and see you in Homer.